Good day, ka-learners! Welcome to another episode. This is Mon and I'll be the one sharing for today. Today, we will learn about conflicts. Conflicts, quarrels, and other forms of tension between people are part of real life. Nangyayari talagang hindi pagkakaunawaan kahit saan, sa pamilya, sa komunidad, kahit sa mga bansa. Minsan nga, kahit sa loob ng ating mga sarili, parang may nagtatalo pa rin. One part of us may be saying or doing something that another part of us does not agree with. This lesson aims to explain some of the probable causes of conflict. We will discuss why conflicts happen in various situations at any given time. Pagkatapos nito, malalaman na natin paano makita ang mga pinanggagalingan ng hindi pagkakaintindihan o conflict. Have you been in a disagreement with any member of your family? If so, will you agree when I say that conflict or disagreement is common experience for all of us? Conflicts can happen anytime and anywhere. They may arise from a petty disagreement or misunderstanding and may then result in more serious confrontations and hostilities. To understand how a small disagreement grew into a serious misunderstanding, let me read you a story. In a market, Shoni, do you have change for 100 pesos? I ran out of smaller bills. I have some change here, but it's reserved for my suki. I can't give you any. Sorry. Your suki? Who are they? Aling Tinding, Cora, and Deli. But those people are my suki. They have been buying wholesale for me from a long time now. Not anymore. When you were gone for 2 days, they told me that they would be buying from me starting then. Really? So that's why you won't give me any change? That's not true. Please try to understand my situation. I also need smaller bills for my suki. That's the problem with you. How could you take my own suki? Why don't you just look around for your own? There are plenty to be found elsewhere. Basyon, I did not invite or force them to be my suki. They were the ones who decided to buy wholesale from me. Aling Basyon was very disappointed with Aling Shoni. She felt that Aling Shoni had wronged her. She was also so angry that she wanted to hurt Aling Shoni physically. Aling Shoni felt the same. She believed that she did nothing wrong. From that time onward, the two women refused to speak to one another. They were friends no more. Think about these questions. In the conflict between Aling Shoni and Aling Basyon, who was right? Who was wrong? If you were to mediate between the two, how would you do it? What would you do to make Aling Shoni and Aling Basyon be friends again? Is there a chance that the two women will become friends again? Explain your answer. Write your answers in a piece of paper. When you are done, you may compare your answers to the matching answer key of this lesson when you check into your online LMS account. Conflicts are not new in our world. In every country and at all times, quarrels, misunderstandings, fights, and other forms of conflict between people arise. Conflicts happen not only between two people, for example, between husband and wife, siblings, or friends, but it can also arise within a group. It can happen to the various sectors of society and to the different countries of the world. Sad to say, some conflicts lead to fighting or war. But then again, there are those which are resolved before anyone actually gets hurt. A conflict is usually caused by differences in ideas, values, feelings, or goals. Suppose there are two persons whom we shall call Mr. Left and Mr. Right. Mr. Left has ideas or values that are different from those of Mr. Right. Thus, the two may argue, debate, or do things that one or the other will not like. This leads to conflict. Whoever is stronger or more powerful will often win or have the upper hand. Meanwhile, the weaker person usually cannot do anything but defend his position or maintain his own beliefs. Here are some examples of what the weaker person can do. Number 1, avoid confrontation or face-to-face meeting. Number 2, resist change. And number 3, counterattack by accusing the other party, refusing to accept the truth, or challenging the credibility of the other party. In times of conflict or disagreement, the relationship between two parties becomes strained. Think of conflicts that can happen in your family, workplace, community, country, and the world. In the family, disputes among siblings and between parents and children often occur because of pride, misunderstandings, lack of respect and communication, jealousy, and many others. In the workplace, disputes between supervisors and workers, fellow workers, and company owners and workers occur very often. These may be caused by envy, the desire to make oneself look good to one's superiors, crab mentality, or trying to prevent others from becoming successful, and failure to fulfill one's duties. Tensions also arise from stressful work environments and unjust company policies. In the community, among the conflicts that arise in the community are disputes between neighbors. Some of the causes of these conflicts are envy, lack of sense of responsibility as members of the community, gossiping, differences in lifestyles, and disrespect for other people's beliefs and opinions. In the country, conflicts that happen within the country have many causes. These may include differences of ideologies among the different groups, unjust practices of the government such as corruption and cronyism or favoritism among government officials, failure of the government to provide the basic needs of the people, inefficient services of government agencies and institutions, stiff competition among businessmen and politicians, unequal distribution of wealth, land grabbing, and poverty. In the world, worldwide conflicts have deep roots. These may have something to do with the differences in ideology, history, culture, religion, and color or race among nations. One can also look at the causes of conflicts in terms of unequal wealth or economy, competition over natural resources, disputes over territories, invasions, etc. An example of this is the issue on the Spratly Islands. The issue on who really owns these islands can lead to a lot of trouble. Some say the islands are still part of Malaysia, while some people claim that they are within the territory of the Philippines. Where can the Spratly Islands be found? The Spratly Islands are a chain of islands found west of Palawan. They lie 388 kilometers along the South China Sea. 33 of these islands are habitable. Now, let us study and analyze. A conflict may also arise due to differences in culture. Culture includes our beliefs, hopes, and dreams, values, art, behavior, and ways of thinking. For example, as Filipinos, we are very hospitable. When we have guests in our home, we do our best to make them feel comfortable and to provide for their needs. This behavior is part of our culture. But there are people in other countries who may not like this behavior. To resolve this kind of conflict, both parties must try to be more understanding of each other's differences. They should learn to accept other people's behavior even though they may consider such to be undesirable. Conflict can have so many causes. It can be a minor disagreement which is not resolved immediately can result to a major misunderstanding or war. At the personal level, conflicts can start from yourself depending on how you manage your family's affairs, how you get along with other people, how well you follow rules, how you interact within the community, how you show your love for your country, and how you deal with the different ideas, opinions, cultures, etc. of other people. Remember this, conflicts can happen anywhere and at any time. They are part of life. Conflicts can happen between people or between groups of people such as organizations, companies, communities, or even countries. A common cause of conflict is the differences in cultures, ideas, values, feelings, or goals. Conflicts can lead to negative outcomes like quarrels, strained relationships, fighting, or even war. That's it for our lesson today. See you on another lesson of this module, Methods of Resolving Conflicts. This is your Ka-Learner Mon. Till next time, here on Solar Learning.